Hey everyone, Machine Speed channel here again. This is Eric. Got a couple more parts in today for the old 95 build we're doing. Just thought I'd do a couple of quick unboxings and yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you can kind of follow through. Expecting a lot more parts. May even get some more up there tonight. But anyway, let's get started with this unboxing. So as you can see here, first part is going to be a new air filter. I'm going to do what they often refer to as the lid flip on this truck. So basically you take that stock air cleaner lid, just flip it upside down, just allows more air to get in. Of course I'll cover that in a future show. So yeah, overall it looks pretty good. Very similar to a K&N oiled filter. So I think you can even use a K&N filter cleaner to take care of these. So yeah, it looks pretty good. And that again is by Spectre Performance. I'll put the part numbers up and everything what I paid for all this stuff in the comments. Next thing is this TransDAP TBI spacer. Pretty much what this is going to do is just allow more air into the motor. Kind of lifts that TBI itself just up off the intake manifold, maybe by, I think in this one's about 1 inch. Should be just a basic block of aluminum. Looks like we've got some instructions in there. Hardware. Yeah, as you can see there, nice solid machine piece of aluminum. Supposedly this one will have no whistle. We'll see. I'm hoping it doesn't because that'd be pretty annoying, but some of them do. Depending on how they put these ports in here, you'll get a little bit of a whistle. Some people like that, some don't. I'm not a huge fan of that. So also has some gaskets in there. So that looks pretty good. Like I said, as part of this kind of first stage of the build of the truck, we're going to put new heads on it, all new exhaust. So when you do head work, you basically got to pull everything apart. So to me, it was worth it. Put a couple bolt-ons on while everything's taken apart. And yeah, hopefully we get a little bit of gains from it. This looks like the new O2 sensor. Not much to it. Mine's a 3-wire. Looks pretty good. This is an AC Delco part. Like I said, I'll put the part number in there. With sensors and stuff, I usually try and go factory just because I've had some bad experiences using some of the aftermarket sensors. I had an accelerator pedal position sensor at one time that ended up costing me a ton of money to figure out that it was just a poor sensor that I had bought aftermarket. Got a scraper here. Once we get those heads off, we're gonna have to do a lot of work scraping off that old gasket. So went ahead and finally picked one up. Always in the past, I've just used a razor blade in my hand. You don't want to use any kind of a sander or grinder on there because you don't want to mess up that deck surface. You want to keep that as flat as possible. This looks like a EGR valve. So I think my EGR valve is good, but the truck I think you've seen in a previous video has like 150,000 miles on it. So while I got everything taken apart, you might as well slap a new one on there. So yeah, I got some copper silicone. It's probably for what's in here. These will be the headers. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not. I might go with the Fennell Pro gaskets, but figured I'd order it. Got a good deal on it. So I've used this in the past for header installs, and the stuff never leaks. It's great. Chevy orange, 2 cans of this. Probably only need 1, but got 2. I'm gonna go ahead and paint the heads. Not gonna touch the rest of the blocks. It's obviously still gonna be on the mounts and everything, but gonna get the heads painted. Should be pretty nice. But not least, so I opted for some of the eBay headers. I was just gonna do factory manifolds, but I've read some good reviews, read some bad ones, but overall people have been pretty pleased with them. These are the ceramic ones. I think I paid $100 for them. I like them because they do have a super thick flange on them. Also, the welds look pretty good. You know, for $100 headers, I'm not expecting a whole lot, and these actually look really nice. Got some good weight to them. Yeah, welds look alright. Hopefully everything bolts up like it should. This looks like driver's side. It did come with some flange bolts as well as some header bolts. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these. Probably not. I'm probably going to get some locking header bolts. That mixed with the silicone in the past, like I said, never had any issues with leaking. Did come with some gaskets. Like I said, these are probably pretty cheap gaskets. I don't know. Either way, I'm just going to spend the money if I do go with gaskets over the silicone and just get the Velcro ones. This is a passenger side. Looks really good. Like I said, the stainless, if anything, you'll get a little bit of bluing on them, I've heard, but overall these should look nice for a long time. Here in Wisconsin, we have pretty rough weather, so I didn't want to go with any kind of painted ones because they're just going to rust and look really rough here before too long. Kind of looks like they got their weld a little hot there, but I already put a straight edge on them. They're super straight. Can't see much gaps between, nothing that a gasket won't fill, so yeah, I'm pretty impressed. So other than that, it's the first video tonight. Got one more box of parts. I'm gonna get over here, get opened up, and we'll load that video as well. So like I said, hit that subscribe button. Keep tuning in, gonna be a cool build. Thanks.